here's Baisha. Welcome. Hey, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Today I have for you a fan art video. This is the first one that I'm making. Basically, this is a video where I'm going to draw a fan art of an anime or a show or a game that I enjoy, and then I'm just going to talk over the top of that video, generally about whatever it is I'm drawing. Today's SpeedPaint is about an anime called Kaleido Star. Why I chose this particular anime, I have no idea. Oh well. Anywho, so this anime is about a girl named Sora who decides to travel from Japan all the way to America because she has big dreams of becoming an acrobat in a place called the Kaleido stage. Essentially, she wants to become a star, she wants to become a performer, she wants to perform on, the stage and become what's known as a Kaleido Star, which is where the title of the show is from. I think the reason why I was initially drawn to this show is because it's about acrobatics and gymnastics and that kind of stuff, which I used to do gymnastics when I was really young, so I have a bit of a soft spot for anything with acrobatics and that kind of stuff in it. This series is an older series. It's from all the way back in 2003, so yeah, it's from the early 2000s. So yeah, you can expect that it's not exactly perfect. The animation in it is okay. Some of it is really good and other parts are really not so good at all, which is a shame. One thing that I really liked about the show was this underlying message that it has about accepting your flaws and being okay with not being perfect and with making mistakes. The main character messes up a lot and struggles a lot to perform certain maneuvers correctly. She trips over all the time and is generally clumsy, but she's enjoyable to watch. The series really does put an emphasis on being able to accept your faults and grow from them and not really get hung up on the fact that you're not getting it right. You need to try again, and even if you don't end up getting things right, sometimes they work out all right in the end anyway, which is it's a nice hopeful message. I feel like the series is really based in this inspiration kind of uplifting role. There is some drama throughout it to keep it interesting, but overall it's one of those shows that you watch when you need to be uplifted or you need to feel hopeful. There is a whole lot of power of friendship. If you go into this series not too seriously and expecting it to just be a good time, then it's reasonably enjoyable. It's not bad. So I rewatched the first few episodes of this series before sitting down to make this, and I realized that I had never actually watched it in Japanese. I'd only ever seen it in English. So I decided to watch them in Japanese as well as in the English. And there were definitely a few very interesting differences. One of them was that some of the jokes in the Japanese version had been changed in the English version to make it more suitable for a younger audience. There are definitely some jokes in the English version that you would miss out on if you watched the Japanese version, but they're ultimately both really good in their own ways, or decent in their own ways. They both have their flaws. Some of the dialogue in the English version comes off as a bit unnatural and doesn't really flow very well, which is unfortunate. And the English version also makes a really bad attempt at doing accents. They try to do accents for some of the characters and they fail at it miserably. It could either be hilarious or offensive depending on your outlook on it, honestly. When it comes to the Japanese version, I honestly don't know enough about Japanese or voice acting to give a proper critique, but it wasn't bad. I didn't like some of the voices. Some of them seemed like they just didn't suit the characters, but other than that, I couldn't actually point out any flaws. Both of them have their good points and their bad points. Watch whichever one you think that you'll enjoy the most. Although I'm sure I don't have to actually tell you that. You can decide that on your own. As for the characters, I liked some of them, and some of them were just okay. The most cliche part was the whole power of friendship type of thing that was going on. There were also some very interesting dynamics between the character relationships. I did like that even some of the smaller characters had relationships outside of the whole story. So one of the friend characters has a really good relationship with her grandma, for example. It's mentioned in one of the episodes. And another side character has a whole episode dedicated to the relationship between her and her dad, which is just a nice little touch that I enjoyed and appreciate. The overall storyline is a bit here and there. There's this overarching plot line about the main character Sora being able to see this spirit, which is called the spirit of the stage. And honestly, when I went back to watch the show, I had completely forgotten that this character was even a part of it. And this character essentially tells her that the only reason she can see him is because she's destined to become a star, and she needs to learn this maneuver called the legendary maneuver, but she doesn't learn it until the very end of the series, and in between it's just a bunch of small story plot lines about other characters and the struggles of learning how to be an acrobat and finding her place and all that kind of stuff. So if you're okay with an overarching plot line that doesn't really get completed until the very, very, very end, and a bunch of little episodic plot lines in between, then you'll enjoy it just fine, probably. I did really enjoy some of the acts and performances that are put on during the show. Even though the animation isn't incredibly wonderful, some of them are just really interesting to see. Some of them are really creative and I really enjoyed them. Overall, whether this is a good show or not, I would say that is honestly just okay. It's just okay. It's not horrible, it's not fantastic, it's not show-stopping, it's an okay show. You might like it, you might not. It depends on your preferences, honestly. So, yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. As for how my picture turned out, I don't know, you tell me. Honestly, I'm not incredibly happy with it. It's like the show is just okay. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Go do something nice to take care of yourselves. Hopefully my next video will be better than this one. I know that it's not fantastic. If you guys have any advice on how I can improve or what I'm doing right or what I'm doing wrong, I would be incredibly grateful if you could tell me, because honestly, I need some direction. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing. If you feel like supporting me, it would be fantastic if you could like the video and subscribe. It's really helpful to know whether people are interested in what I'm doing or not. Anyway, I'm going to end the video now. Thank you so much for watching. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm just going to say bye because I have no idea how to end this. Goodbye! My name is Vaisha, this is a strawberry chicken, and these are the bloopers. Doo-doo. Words? Am I right? Why did I just say that? I don't know. Anyway, I have a bit of a soft spot for sport. Hi, Cleo. Hi. That's my cat. She's come to say hi to us. And now she has left the room. Yes, we were graced with her presence very, very temporarily.